wire a wiper motor and a speed controller.
Start by cutting into the protective casing to expose the wires more, and then cut off the plug that comes with the motor. Now cut off just the tip of the wire casings. I can see that this motor has 5 wires. I'm going to assume that black is ground, but I also know that green or green with a yellow stripe can also be ground. I'm going to test the wires using a battery. You can also use your car battery for this. Let's start with my first assumption of black being ground. Notice how I'm keeping the wires from touching each other. Nothing happened with red, so let's move on to yellow. Again, nothing happened. I'm going to go ahead and assume now that black is not ground, and we're going to move on to green. Bingo, yellow is probably high speed positive and green is ground. Let's move on to testing the rest. You can see here that red is the slow function of the motor. And lastly, after testing the white and black wires of the motor, I can see that they're the park function, which has no movement. Now this low speed could be slow enough for our props, so I'm going to show you how to directly wire this into the power supply, and then we'll move on to the speed controller if we want to make it even slower. I'm going to cap off the unused wires. This female adapter comes with the power supply, and you can see that it is marked positive and negative. Now all we have to do is put green into negative and red into positive and tighten with an itty bitty screwdriver. I'm going to plug in my power supply cord and then plug it into the motor. Perfect. Now you can totally stop here, or if you want to have more control over the speed, we can add a speed controller. First, unplug it. Unscrew the female adapter. If you know you want the speed controller from the very beginning, skip the step of wiring into the female adapter and go right to the wiring I'm going to show you next. You can use either high or low speed wires from the motor. I'm using high speed for example, so I'm switching the caps. The speed controller I'm using is labeled P positive, P negative, and M positive and M negative. M is for motor side, P is for power. Loosen up the screws a little bit to all the connectors. Now we're going to put the green motor wire into the M negative slot and tighten the screw. And then the yellow motor wire is going to go into the M positive, or you could use the red wire. Now let's wire the P side of the speed controller. I don't have any extra wire laying around, so I'm going to clip a few inches of unused wire from the wiper motor, taking from the black and white, which are the park wires. Now cap them off on the motor. Take the little black wire that we clipped and put it into the P negative side of the speed controller and tighten the screw. Now take the little white wire and put it into the P positive side of the speed controller and tighten the screw. Final step is to grab the female adapter and place the white wire into the positive and black into negative. Then you can just plug it in from here. Make sure the toggle switch to your speed controller is turned on. Now you can control the speed with this knob. It's just as easy as that.